Hi, boys and girls. So, Mrs. Souza and I are going to talk to you about your math papers that you have in your work folder for this week. So today we're going to go back a little bit to Module 3. So Module 3 was about measurement, and we used, remember, the cubes and the paper clips. Well, this is a different kind of measurement, and it's called using graphs and tally charts. So over here, here's a problem that says Jen has a lot of marbles. She wants to sort them by color, and she wants to know how many she has. So over here, you can see Jen's marbles. So right now, this would be kind of hard because they're scattered all over the place. So what we want to do is make this organized, okay? So I'm going to show you two ways that you can do that. That's in your folder for the week. So I'm going to switch places with Mrs. Souza. Okay. So the top one, point to it, is called a tally chart. So, and you all know, you've used tally charts before. So I'm going to ask Mrs. Souza to please make the tally chart of Jen's marbles now. So notice that a tally chart has a title, Jen's Marbles, and then it has the 3 colors of marbles that she has. So she's going to start by counting the blue ones. So I want you to watch how she does it. So see how she's making a little mark and then the tally mark. That way she won't count the same one over again. Do you see what she's doing? And then she's going to come over and write the total. So there's, yeah. Now the next one says red. So now you don't have to do it in color. You could just do it with your pencil. So she's going to count the red. So see how she's keeping track by making a little mark on the marble? That way she knows that she's counted it. And don't forget that when you get to the number 5, it goes across. So she's going to put the total. And now she's going to go to the green ones. So see how they're nice and organized, and she already knows which one she's counted because there's a little mark on it. So it's very, very important that you get your tally chart correct. Otherwise, your answers will be all wrong. So now she's going to count. So there's 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's a tally chart. So now underneath, that's called a pictograph. So a pictograph actually uses pictures. So now she already knows how many of each because she did her tally chart. But if she didn't, if there wasn't a tally chart and just a pictograph, she would just go back and count. But so this time she's going to draw the picture. So there she goes with her blue. So there's 4. So she's going to make 4. And she already knows how many red because she counted them above. So there's 5. So she's going to make 5. So do you see how it's the same information? The only difference is we're doing it in a different way. And now she's going to do her green. So when you have a high number, you want to make him a little smaller. Okay, so now there's our 2 graphs, and now I'm going to move over to the questions, and Mrs. Souza is going to be able to write the answers now just by looking at the tally chart and the pictograph. So over here, it says, how many red marbles? Now all she has to do is either look at her tally chart or her pictograph, and what number is she going to put there? And if you said that number 5, you would be correct. The next one says, how many green marbles? So once again, she goes and looks. And you know what number should go there? Yep, the number 8. How many blue marbles? So there she is looking at the blue. Yep. And she knows there's 4. So the next question says, which color marbles does she have the most? So let's look at our charts again. Which one has the most? And so what do you think before she writes it? So now she's going to write it. I'm not going to say it. She's going to write it, and you see if you agree. Yep, so she wrote green because there's 8. See how there's 8 green? There's only 4 blue and 5 red. The next one says, which color marble does she have the least? I forgot to make a line. So here's our chart again. Which one has the least? The least means the little bit. So you thinking that she's going to write the color. So she wrote blue. Was she right? Yes, because look, there's only 4 blue. See? So now the next one, I put that in because it's a little trickier. So it says, how many more green than red? So I want you to look over here at green and red. So one easy way to do it would be, I noticed that there's 5 red and there's 5 green, but there's even more green. So if we cover the red and the green tallies, cover the red and the green tallies, look, I'm sorry, cover the 5 red and 5 green. Do you see that there are 3 more green than red? So the answer is there's 3 more green. So you could have also done an addition. So can we switch places, Mrs. Souza? Okay. So notice that she had covered those, and you can see that there's 3 extra green, but there's no extra red, which means there's 3 more. So if you wanted to do this in a math way too, you could have said, let me find some room. I'm going to come over here, Mrs. Souza, okay? You could have said 8 green minus the 5 red equals, and then you just do a subtraction, and that 8 take away 5 is 3, or you could have, I think that's the only way. Yeah. You could say, I'm sorry, this 5 plus blank equals 8, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 3. So the answer is there are 3 more green than red. I'm not sure if there's any questions like that on your papers, but just in case there are, you can either do it by looking at the picture over here, you can do it by doing a subtraction, or you can do an addition. So can I tell you that it would be the same thing for less? So suppose it said, how many less red than green? So it would be the same thing. How many less red than green? The answer is still going to be 3. There are 3 less red than there are green. And you would do it the same way. And even looking at the picture, because I'm going to come back over here. So how many less means there are less, right? Aren't there less red? How many less? So look, there are 3 less. See, there's not 3 here, but there's 3 here. So this is a little bit about using tally charts and graphs. And boys and girls, when you get in a bigger grade, you're going to use them a lot. So the first thing you're going to see in the packet is that I made a birthday graph. So I came over here and I looked at our birthday chart, and I made a tally chart of all the months of the year when your birthdays are. And then if you go to the next page, I ask you questions so you can only answer the questions by looking at the tally chart. So if I tried to ask you like just looking like this, you might find it a little hard. So that's going to be your first task, is to finish the birthday chart. I actually put the tally marks. You just have to count them up and then go to the next page and answer the questions. And then I gave you some other activities with tally charts and graphs. So those of you who finish Module 3 on Zern, you probably are already familiar with this, because the end of Module 3 is all about reading, making tally charts and graphs like Mrs. Souza did for you over here, and then being able to read tally charts and graphs. And that was these questions here, okay? So I hope you do well with it, and you know what? Maybe you want to make a tally chart or graph of something in your family. Maybe you can pick 4 colors and ask your family their favorite colors and make a tally chart or a pictograph, or choose a couple of favorite foods. If you could have pizza, hot dog, or chicken, which one would you like the best, and make a little tally chart or graph. So I'm not saying you have to, but if you want more work on that, feel free to do that. And look, if you do that, let us see it. Let us see it on Facebook, or just put it in your return work folder, okay? So I hope that was helpful. And once again, Kristen Arwood, Module 3, toward the end, I think it's lesson, let me just take a quick peek. I should have said that sooner. It's the end. I believe it might be like lesson 12, lesson 10. Yeah, so it's around that area. Let me just see. Yeah, so I would say starting with lesson 10, 11, 12. So if you don't get it from our lesson, please go to Kristen Arwood, Module 3, lessons 10, 11, 12. Okay? So have a wonderful week. We'll see you, and I'm going to let Mrs. Souza say goodbye. Okay?
Okay, my friends, we'll see you next time on Zoom.